obviously the news of Vaughn last week and this and that, but our guys came out and they were fired up, and they played really well tonight.
Josh, what do you think was that attributed to the first half struggles in the offense, trying to get that rhythm?
I think we hurt ourselves early on, whether it be decisions or penalty here or there, just kind of put us out of funk and put us into some second and third and long situations, which we got to stay out of. I don't know what we were on third down tonight, but I know it wasn't good. So that's something we got to clean up on. And obviously, typically during the season, we're good on third down. So again, credit to those guys. They came out and played hard.
Josh, you got a little something going out of empty when you spread them out. The Diggs pass was out of empty. Just what do you think about that? Was spreading them out helpful?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as a quarterback, you love to have that type of offense where you can see everything, and we felt like the empty was going to give them some fits in terms of the coverages that they would check into and where our guys were located out on the field. So we just kind of rode that for a while, and it was pretty beneficial for us.
Hey Josh, the play where Dawson got a percentage of the penalty, how often do you guys practice that?
It's been every Saturday for maybe the last 11, 12 weeks. I thought it was a heck of a call, and I'm just glad we got it. Those are the good ones. I think we scored on that drive too. So, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my follow-up with the touchdown to Dawson.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, guys doing their job. He gets the guy to jump off sides and ends with the touchdown. And obviously, he ran a heck of a route and made a heck of a Superman heroic performance type dive there to get in. So again, guys just want to win football games here.
Josh, obviously safe for both teams, but would you concede that was a tough day to play offense?
For sure, but again, it was tough for them too. I don't think the elements were all that out of the ordinary for here. And I think it's something that we've practiced in before, we've played in before. We just got to find a way to be better.
Yeah, touchdown run again. Was that kind of like they pulled and cleared the way for you? Did you see pre-snap the look good to you, or how to just describe that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just a read off that defensive end there, and I felt like he got some width with James and just followed the guys in. That's all it was.
Josh, the long run that ended in the hurdle, can you take us through that play? And it seemed like you needed all the hurdle there to get the first down.
Yeah, I guess so. Third down, obviously, I think it was 3rd and 12 or 13. Stepped up. I felt like they were in man coverage. Just started going, and there was just somebody kind of there. I didn't know where anybody else was out behind me to my right side, so I didn't feel comfortable kind of putting my shoulder down. Not to say that jumping over anybody's any better, but yeah, worked out.
Is there something unique about playing in those 2-minute scenarios? It feels like you guys on offense had a lot of success after the Mosley jump off sides. You guys kind of clicked together.
Yeah, I just think we're so well equipped in terms of what we do in our offense. Some of the play calls that we have, how we're able to get to the line of scrimmage fairly quickly and call some exotic pass plays. And I think that just kind of, again, when you're going 2-minute on the ball and the defenses are sitting there, typically they can't get into anything exotic. They're got to get ready for the ball to be snapped. So I think it just puts them on their heels a little bit. And again, we've got so many different ways we can get the ball to our guys in those types of situations that I think it's a pretty big help for us.
Josh, can I go back to that?
This offense has struggled to find its rhythm for about 6 games now. Is that a concern for you?
No, we're 10-3. Finding ways to win football games, and that's not what you want to hear, but just playing complementary, smart football. Not putting ourselves and our defense in bad situations, and just trying to win football games no matter how it happens.
It doesn't look like an offense that's good enough to win the Super Bowl right now.
Okay.
Josh, you speak about the exotic looks. One thing one nice little wrinkle, Stephon Diggs coming out of the backfield probably was the biggest play of the game on that 32 yards. Why not go back to that after you found some good success?
Again, we just understand the flow of the game, the type of weather that we were getting. Again, not making bad decisions and just allowing our defense to go out there and play free and not put them in bad situations.
How much of a factor was when Quentin Williams went out? I mean, that's a great player. You had to score, but then on the field. I know you're not going to pin that on the win, but was that a kind of a key point in the game that happened?
Well, one, I hope he's okay. I don't know the extent of the injury. He's a heck of a player. He really is, and he's a nice guy on the football field too. We were talking a little bit before. Obviously, he went down there, but he's a heck of a competitor, heck of a player. yeah, I'm sure anytime you lose somebody like that on your defense, it's going to hurt.
Dawson had a big play today. He had a big one in Kansas City, but it's been less of those than a year ago. Has his role been different, in your opinion? Do you think it's been different things needed from him, and maybe that's why there haven't been as many big plays from him?
I think every game, the flow of it's different. Incorporating different guys, obviously trying to switch it up. He's been doing such a good job in our run game, in our pass protection. But again, you see the type of weapon he is with the ball in his hand. So, again, just finding new ways to get him the ball and allow our guys to make some plays for us. Thank you, guys.
Brought my guy with me today. Loki, what up?
Hey, Greg, that was a game, obviously, where the defense had to make some big plays, turnovers, you got a couple sacks. Just talk about, it was a bad day for offense today. Talk about how important it was for the defense to make some of those big plays.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's always important, to go out there and hold it down. So, I mean, us up front, we try to get off the ball every single play and do our 111th, and we got dogs behind us like Poe, and then we know they're going to handle up. So, I mean, it's team defense. It's not one without the other. So, yeah, we got it done.
So how much more accountability did you guys take going into this game, knowing you were without Von Miller, knowing you guys needed to step up? Was there an increased level of
Yeah,
accountability?
we know we got to step up, but Von's still with us. He's still paying attention. He's still in our meetings on the phone and Zoom, all that stuff. So I mean, like we're doing it. We're doing it for him. We're doing it for us. So I mean, we don't see it as he's out. We just see it as we got to step up, do our 111th out there, and make plays and get the job done.
Jordan, you've watched a lot of different pass rush groups in your time in Buffalo. What did you see from the unit today that allowed you guys in the secondary to have some success?
Same thing they've been doing all season, man. It's us in the secondary literally going to just give them a half a second, give them an extra half a second to get to the quarterback. We're just trying to hold our end on the back end, and like guys like Greg, AJ, DQ coming up with huge plays today. And, we knew it was going to be a test. That's a good football team coming in here, and we played well defensively, and we want to continue moving forward.
I'm sure you got. How frustrating has it been? I mean, obviously, defense played well today, but third and longs have been a problem, and they gave them a lot of extra plays today. They
Yeah.
converted a bunch of them.
Yeah.
How much of a concern is that?
I wouldn't say it's a concern. It's definitely a point of emphasis, though. There's probably some things that we as players could do better on the back end. Whether it's where our eyes are or just fundamentals or technique. I wouldn't say it's a concern, but it is definitely a point of emphasis. We got to be able to get off the field on third and long. When we get them in those situations, those are situations we should be licking our chops at. And so we'll look at the tape and figure out different ways that, whether it's fundamentally or whether it's technique or whether it's our eyes to get off the field.
Greg, on the sack of Flacco, it looked like somebody else flushed him your way because he turned around and all of a sudden you were in his lap. Did you see who was forcing him your way when you got him there?
Nah, for me, I was just rushing. I went speed to power. Started off with I was on a double swipe. I felt that it was kind of oversetting me, and I just came underneath. But I know for sure the secondary obviously holding up, and then I got 3 other dogs out there with me rushing. So I mean, it's really our mentality is kind of like 4 = 1. I can win on one side, if somebody else can win. Then if somebody else isn't doing their job, then the quarterback just gets flushed out and runs away. So it's 4 = 1 every single play we make.
Greg, did it feel like you guys were getting more effective as the game was going on?
Yeah, I feel like with any game, with anything in life, you kind of get a rhythm. And like you said, as the game goes on, we were definitely getting more comfortable. I know they were giving us a lot of chip looks, so sometimes that's something that could kind of throw us off a little bit. But for the most part, yeah, we were getting after it.
I think, acknowledging, I think you got hurt in the first meeting with the Jets this year, if I'm not mistaken. But looking at the tape, and Jordan, for you too, I mean, when that game was on the line, they ran it on you guys in New York. There was a line of scrimmage situation where they took advantage. Today, it seemed like there was a mentality that you guys weren't going to let that happen.
Yeah, 100%. We always go out there with that mentality. Sometimes it doesn't go to where we want it to go, but it's always that man-whooping-man mentality, that just doing our 111, stopping the run, affecting the quarterback, and taking the ball away mentality week after week. It doesn't really change for us.
Jordan, do you feel his defense getting back to where it was last year? You led the league in about every category.
Yeah, I feel like we're hitting strides. We're still obviously wanting to continue to get better. There's some, like I said, third and longs. We definitely want to be able to get off the field in those situations. But we're trending in the right direction. It was a good football team that we beat today. We got another good football team coming in here next week that, we got to prepare well, and we're going to have to play extremely well to win. So, we're going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we're going to move forward and turn the page tomorrow.
Sure, it seems like in the second half, Coach Frazier was down and out with the blitzes. How much do you guys welcome that challenge?
Whatever Frazier calls, we run it. I mean, if he wants to start dialing up blitzes and pressure's getting there, we got to hold it down on the back end. That's just, we bring in 5. That means, there's a lot of one-on-ones on the outside. So, Dane had a hell of a game. There's probably some plays he want back, but he made a huge play at the end of the game. We just, like I said, want to keep trending in the right direction. This is December football, and this is where you want to play your best ball.
Times, guys, when it seems like there's 2 men and a lot of 1 field.
Always, yeah, that definitely
game.
seems like it. And he got to catch the ball though. He knows that. He getting.
You hit Mike White a lot. Did it?
I didn't hit him. He hit him a lot. Yeah.
Does it ever surprise you when a guy keeps coming back like that?
But, I mean, I got a lot of respect for Mike. A guy, you saw him on the ground. He was taking some hits. He kept coming back, and he kept battling for his team. So a lot of respect for Mike. And, like I said, that's a good football team. Those guys, they probably want some throws or some plays that they had back. But, we're fortunate enough to come out with a victory. And like I said, we want to keep trending in the right direction.
Jordan, would you concede that on a day like the conditions the way they were, was that conducive for the defense more than the offense? I mean, you guys played good, there's no doubt, but it seems like you guys have a little bit of an advantage when it's that miserable.
I mean, it probably depends on who you're asking. I don't like being cold, but it is part of the game. Teams. I remember when I was in Cleveland, first time I came to Buffalo, it was a late December game, and it was snow on the ground. You flying in, and you just see nothing but snow, and then you get off the plane, and that wind chill hits your face. Sometimes that might play a factor as soon as teams step off the plane. So we like to embrace it. We know our crowd's right behind us, and rain, sleet, or snow, they're gonna be there, loud as hell, and cheering us on.
Jordan, Tre'Davious White rounding into shape. We saw him following Garrett Wilson at least early in the game. What have you seen from him these past couple of weeks as his play has increased? Do you see the old Trey?
Yeah, I mean Trey's a guy when I ain't got no worries on that side of the field. He plays the hardest position on the field. The catches are going to get made. Tre'Davious is a guy who likes to take a lot of pride in his craft, and that's an all-pro corner that we have out there. And him getting back into it it puts a lot of pressure off a lot of us on the back end, even up front. So we're glad to have him back, and we're excited moving forward with him.
Circling back to what you said a couple minutes ago about hitting your stride, this is the second week in a row you've held another team to just 1 touchdown.
Is it? Damn, I forgot about that one. What are you asking?
Is that another example of your hitting your stride?
Yeah, like I said, we just want to keep trending in the right direction. There's some plays that we all probably wish we had back. I know I wish that I had a couple plays back, but that's the NFL. That's the game. It's not going to be perfect. But we are hitting the strides at the right time, and we want to keep, like I said, trending in the right direction.
Rick, how much you and AJ Espinoza feed off each other out there? Because AJ was out there running around like a
Yeah, I mean, AJ's a dog. When I came in, it was his second year. He's helped me out with a lot of stuff too, just learning everything. And I mean, like I said, out there, he's a dog. All of us are dogs up front. Me, AJ, Boogie, Shaq Lawson. You see the effect that we can have on the game, and we just got to keep on stepping up down the stretch.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
That might have been one of my favorite plays ever in the league. Just to get under center, throwback to the high school days. But it's just a great scheme by Coach Dorsey, you know, showing me going in motion and getting under the center real quick. The defense is thinking for sure, you know, QB sneak, tight end sneak, whatever you want to call it. So get up under there, give them a second, give a loud cadence. And I got C.J. Mosley flying over like Troy Polamalu. So that was a fun play to get a first down.
Flash before your eyes.
I was just, in my mind, I'm like, gotcha, but then I'm like, you know, got to take a hit. But it was fun getting the fans going like that. That was the first for me. Kind of made me think about that, I think it was against the 49ers a couple years ago when Steph had a great block. I had to jump over a guy, but went a full flip, so thankfully this time I didn't land right on my head. But I was just glad it turned out to be a touchdown.
Is Josh starting to rub off on you with these little loops that you're doing?
You know, he pulls them off a little cleaner than I do. I got to learn how to go off 1 foot. I think I went off 2, but you know, anytime you can try to be like Josh, you know, good things happen.
Can you, Doxy, can you explain a little bit of the offensive struggles today? I know it wasn't great conditions. They're very good, but this was a rough day for a long time for the offense, especially the first half.
Yeah, the Jets' defense is obviously very talented across the board. And anytime you got weather conditions like this, it definitely affects the offense a little bit, just because, you know, we got the best quarterback in the league, the best receiver in the league. So it's stuff like timing, the ball's always wet, the wind's whipping. You got, I don't know if you call that snow or rain or a little bit of mix, but it's naturally just going to affect the game a little bit. But it just took some good play calling by Doris, some good execution across the board, and you know, a win's a win, whether it's by 1 or 100.
Hey, Dawson, back to the tight end sneak. Was it the intention to snap it?
No. We had a pretty good feeling we were going to draw them off sides. There was a cadence that I could have given to get the ball that I really wanted to use, but maybe next time. Yeah.
Dawson, just run us through that your touchdown play, because it was a well-executed play and called up by Dorsey. Y'all went out there and executed it. Let's take it back to your touchdown.
Yeah, so we just, it's essentially just levels off to the right. Got a guy going deep, a guy in the flat, and me kind of right in the middle. So it was, they were in some type of zone to where that middle opened up perfectly. Just good execution across the board, good protection. And when I caught it and turned upfield, thankfully there was no one there. And then when I see a couple guys at the, you know, at the end zone goal line, I'm like, you know, I got to get in. And so just took off, hoping for the best. Yeah, right.
Hasn't been as productive as a season as you had a season ago. First touchdown since week 8. I know you guys are winning games and all is well that ends well, but has there been any internal frustration maybe experiencing a setback in production this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that frustration is going to be natural anytime you're not directly producing like you know you can. But, I mean, we're winning games, so I'm happy. You know, if I have 0 catches and we're winning games, that just means I'm doing my job, doing other things besides catching the ball. So that's just the nature of the tight end position. You got to block when that's called. Sometimes you're in pass protection. Sometimes you're getting other guys open in route concepts. So it just comes to when your call or when your number's called. There's a few plays in the second half I want back. You know, when the ball's thrown to me, I need to make plays on it. But it's just, you know, if we're winning games, I'm happy.
Dawson, just to follow up on that, I mean, would you acknowledge that it's a production issue as far as you see it within your own game, or is it as much a function of the offense that you just described?
You know, what are we now, 10-3?
Yeah.
I don't think there's an issue when we're 10-3, but I think there's definitely a production decrease, but I wouldn't necessarily call it an issue when we're winning. So I haven't really looked at it like it's been part of my game, but, you know, if it takes me blocking more during games, getting other guys open, chipping the D in for protection reasons, just doing whatever it takes to win is really all I see it as.
Do you think, though, that this team needs to get back to where it was in the 2 playoff games last year and the first month this year, to be the ultimate Super Bowl contender?
I think we were a different team last year than we are this year. So we got our own identity. We've been building good games on good games so far this year, and You know, we got another short week this week, so we got to put this one behind us soon and move on to the next one.
What about the timing of your touchdown, especially because the first half was such a dogfight?
Yeah, I mean, going into the half, I felt like it gave us some good momentum. So anytime you can make a statement like that going into halftime, it's big. So I wish we were getting the ball after half too, because we always talk about double dipping, scoring before half, and getting the ball back and going down and scoring. But just being able to put some points on the board for the offense was fun.
Your impressions of the defense without Von Miller, was there any mentality change, energy change? What did you sense from them without obviously a big personality and talent?
Yeah, I mean, I just think guys knew they had to step up. Our defense is so awesome across the board that, you know, Shaq Lawson made some great plays, Greg Russo off the edge, AJ Epineza. So guys know it's their opportunity. It's just that next man up mindset you have to have. So I think the defense did a great job rallying behind, you know, that next man up deal.
Dawson, how much Josh was able to spread the ball around today? How much does that help this offense this year?
Anytime you can increase versatility, I think it's a good thing. We always talk about being multi-dimensional. You don't want to just be one-dimensional as an offense. You want to be able to run the ball, spread the ball out, make the defense defend, you know, 11 guys. So anytime that versatility comes into play, I think the offense is going to do better things. But, you know, some games, like I mentioned earlier, some games I might have 0 targets and we win, but some games I might need to have 5 or 6 to win the game. So I think it's just whatever it takes. All right, thank you all.
Bucky wrote that column.
12 years ago, 14 years ago.
You had one of those little tete-a-tetes with the coach.
All right. Good to get a win. Good to get a win in the division, in particular against a good football team, well-coached team. That played extremely hard. It plays extremely hard. I thought Tyler Bass was really good today in tough conditions. Defense really stepped up. Played a physical ball game, took the ball away, and was able to seal the game down the stretch there. And then the offense, I thought, got into a rhythm before half, and Doris and the offensive staff made some adjustments, and then we started clicking a little bit there. Overall, plenty to work on, starting with fundamentals and then some things, obviously, that didn't go our way we got to get better at. So we've got a short week with the Dolphins coming in here. So with that, I'll turn it over to you. Let me sorry, real quick, Jerry. I thought the crowd also was outstanding. Great atmosphere in Buffalo here, and you can tell how important this is to the fans. So great to hear them like we did today. Sorry.
One of the things you need to get better at, getting into a rhythm earlier, because there's been a lot in the last 6 games of just not getting into it quick enough.
Yeah. Listen, they're a good defense, so I'll start there and give them the credit. But, overall, not enough early enough for us. Fundamentally, we dropped some passes. We were off the mark a little bit earlier with our passing game, and then just got to do a better job being more consistent there.
Sean, you talked about the physical play of the defensive front in particular. I remember talking in New York after they kind of ran it on you late. You talked about winning the battle on the line of scrimmage. How would you assess that part of the game?
Yeah, again, without looking at the film, it was what we were looking for.
Sean, the Knox play where he was under center to draw the penalty, what made this the right week to try that in that situation?
Just felt like, situationally, that was the best call for us right there. I thought it was a great design by the offensive staff, and the players executed there. So it was good situational football.
And to follow up on his touchdown pass, how big are his impact plays going to be down the stretch after his first touchdown?
Dawson? Yeah. I mean, it's important that we complement each other, not just offensively and defensively and special teams, but also within our offense, that different guys are stepping up, and when their number's called, you're expected to make the play. Sean, your defense made plays, kept them out of the end zone late, but you talk a lot about finishing games, both offense and special teams.
What did you see there? You had obviously the block punt late,
Yeah.
and then the offense not able to get what you need to maybe put it away before it goes back.
Yeah, we got to. I mean, all three. We got to look at that and be objective, be very objective about that, and be truthful. And whether it's the punt team in that situation or the offense and making sure we can put the game away. We had an opportunity there, I think, on the first throw, and so again, that starts with me putting them in position and then just being fundamentally better in those situations. So that's important that we continue to grow in that area for sure.
It's more than just 2 guys on defense today, obviously, but Russo and Milano looked like the tip of your spear today. Can you just comment on those guys just making plays?
Yeah, I mean, they were preparing all week.
And that's really where it started, was they were getting themselves in the right mindset. They were putting the time in to come out and play with that type of fire. It was fun to watch.
Obviously, Sean, the decision to throw on first down there at the end is made with the mindset that a first down wins the game for you. But what gave you the confidence in that situation to throw as opposed to making them use all 3 of their timeouts there?
Yeah, I trust my players. Trust our players, and we had a good play call there and liked it, and just got to execute a little bit better right there.
How much would you say the conditions impacted things offensively? You seem to have some drops today. Do you think maybe the weather factored in there?
No, that wasn't because of the weather. We just got to be better fundamentally.
Sean, what does it say about Matt Milano, the way that he played today after missing practice almost the entire week?
Yeah, he's tough as nails. Guys love him for it. We got a bunch of guys, that have been out. Guys playing hurt. Not just Matt, but Matt had a busy week in the training room and goes out there and plays his butt off for his teammates. So I applaud him for it.
Sean, when last week you had Xavier start at corner for you, this week he was a healthy scratch. What was the reason there to kind of shift things around at corner again?
Just trying to put our best guys out there. Just looking at things and trying to put our best 11 out there so we can play our best football.
Coach, care to talk about the way Shaq Loss and A.J. Espinosa and Oliver played found those actions?
I thought the D-line overall, you could feel them, to the earlier question. So I haven't, looked at the stat sheet and who got what, but when you're playing hard, you're coming off the ball, you're establishing the line of scrimmage. I mean, I don't know what they got a couple runs on us there, but to stop the run, it's the entire defense, not just the defensive line. So we'll look at those, but I could feel that defensive line, and it looked like we hit the quarterback a couple times too.
How big of a play was Hamlin's that forced fumble?
Yeah, it was huge. Both takeaways. I think Daquan got one right early, or at least he recovered it, and then DeMar's forced fumble, and I think when Matt got that one. So good things happen when you finish plays, and you finish plays the right way with violent hands, and you run to the ball. Good things happen.
What were your impressions of the secondary's performance today? Trey White rounding into form. Do you see him returning to his full efficacy here? And how about Dane Jackson? Seems like he's struggled a bit in recent weeks. That may continue today.
Again, the ball was being spread around, it looked like. I thought Trey had some good plays. I thought Dane made some good plays. So, as a corner, you got to have a short memory. And the most important thing is you stay mentally tough and you battle. And it looked like both of those guys were battling out there.
Fans seem to live play to play a lot of times. I think we talked about that over the years. Dane struggled at times, but you talked about trusting your players. Do you just have trust in Dane?
Talk to me about, I'm not sure if
Dane Jackson.
Do I have trust in Dane Jackson? Yes.
Coach, on that play.
I don't know if you're looking for something else. Matter. Yeah. No, I trust all the players. I mean, whether it's Xavier, I think, Joe, you asked about X being down this week. Doesn't mean we don't trust him. It's the way it is. We can only dress so many, and we go back to work and practice this week, and we'll see how it ends up next game. So
When a player may be going through some struggles, do you look back on the extent of his track record with you as opposed to maybe a short blip when relying on making that decision moving forward? You look at the overall track record maybe more so than an identifiable segment?
I mean, you look at everything, just like you guys make decisions, right? You try and do the best job you can of making a good, thorough decision by weighing everything, and some things obviously are weighted more than others, and you just do the best you can. I mean, there's no crystal ball. I wish there were. It'd make the job a lot easier, that's for sure.
Sean, there were a couple times defensively where you guys did a great job on first and second down, put them way behind the sticks,
Yeah.
and gave up a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. How is that fixable, I guess, is the question.
Well, I mean, again, you got to start with giving them credit. They're going to make some plays. They've got a good receiving core, and I thought the tight end or the quarterback made some good throws in the midst of getting hit quite a bit. But yeah, that's something we'll definitely look at. And those 3rd and longs. I mean, I think we were one of the tops in the NFL last year, and this year not so much. So it's something we got to continue to work on, and the execution, the plan, the leverage and coverage, and it's got to work together there. So.
It seemed like you had a good look on the play that you threw the challenge flag. Was that from upstairs that you got word to throw it, or was that?
No, at the end of the day, it's on me, right? So I just felt like had 3 timeouts, don't love a ton using those in the second half, right? In case you need it, but we felt like we were in a pretty good spot, and they had just gotten a first down, so I thought it was a reasonable challenge to affect maybe the rhythm and just slow it down a little bit, you know. So they're looking to get in a little bit of a passing offense and just kind of change up the rhythm a little bit.
What do you say about your defense? Second week in a row, they've only given up 1 touchdown.
Yeah, again, I thought, you know, they did a good job putting the players in position, and the players came out hungry, you know, so, and just a good team defensive effort, I thought, overall. A lot of guys getting to the ball, a lot of guys contributing, both run and pass.
Are they hungry to prove they can be the defense they were last year, even without Vaughn, obviously?
That's probably a better question for them.
What do you see in them? Do you sense that in them, that they don't like the fact that the world thinks without Vaughn, they're not going to be good enough?
We'll see. We'll see. Right?
Anything health-wise now, Coach? Any report on health?
Yeah, I don't know much. Haven't visited with Nate here, so no, that's it. Glory to God, man. Thank him for the win, and great to be a part of it here. Anything else? We're good. Thanks, guys.
Anybody have events? I know Kevin probably already asked. My guys all over. No Monday, Wednesday's Wednesday, Thursday's Friday.
Tuesday's a walkthrough, so